welcome back. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. My name, of course, is DeFranco, and this is where I talk about news or type stuff and things that matter to me today. And Nation, the first thing I want to talk about today is the TSA and what are your rights exactly? And the reason I say that is there is a story right now that's slowly blowing up. There's a man by the name of Kaler Nygaard. Reportedly, several years ago, he posted on sites that were described as anti-government. This apparently awarded him a low-level warning on the no-fly list. Passengers with this warning are required to undergo additional screening at the airport. However, after a flight from Minneapolis to Denver, Nygaard had this very weird situation. After he landed, a group of TSA agents said that he needed to be screened again, which brings up the question that Nygaard asks.
If I traveled from point A to point B safely, right, why does there now need to be more screening before I'm allowed to leave? That would lead me to believe that I'm being detained, would it not?
I'm not going to argue the process.
Are you detaining me?
That's a big point, whether it be TSA or police. Listen to the wording.
Is that an order or a request?
I'm following my orders.
Are they ordering you to do something, or are they asking you to do something? Because a lot of the time, they'll just ask you something they don't have the right to make you do. And the conversation quickly becomes very circular. Am I being detained? Sir, are you going to comply? Is that a question or an order? I'm not going to argue with you. The TSA then threatened that if he does not do what they say, they will call the Denver police. Nygaard says, fine, call the Denver police, and after the situation, reportedly nothing happened. And the big thing I want people to understand is I don't hate this TSA agent. He's just getting his orders. He's just trying to do his job. I think the TSA is very slow, bulky, many of their methods are outdated, but also, who are they keeping safe at this point? If he had the intentions of blowing up the plane or like slamming it into a building, he didn't do it. He's on the ground now. If he's a terrorist who knows he's on a no-fly list, but he still chose to, for some reason, bring stuff on a plane rather than drive since this was a domestic flight, worst terrorist ever. And the fact that the Denver police didn't do anything proves that Nygaard was in the right. And I say that as someone that always complies with TSA or police or whatever. And watching this, it just makes me feel like they're harassing this guy because they didn't do their job properly in the first place. And Nation, from there, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in Awesome, sponsored by 4humanpeoples.com. FHP, of course, our awesome place where we make the exclusive shirts, posters, tank tops, everything. We launch 5 designs every week for 12 more hours. These 5 are available, and we'll launch 5 more tomorrow. There's also a huge, awesome archive of the best designs that you guys have ever purchased, so grab those if you want. And Nation, the first bit of awesome is from Key and Peele. Their show is back on Comedy Central, and they are smart enough to put some of their best sketches on YouTube as well. And they posted one last night called Gay Wedding, where a group of straight people ask a gay man what a gay wedding's like.
This is ridiculous!
And the ignorant questions are so funny because you're like, this is ridiculous, but also there's probably people out here that would like ask that question. Then in unnecessary but still so pretty awesome, we have YouTuber Rated RR who decided he wanted to get the iPhone 6 and then attempt to destroy it in 6 different ways, one including a 50 cal and the other being freezing it and hitting it with a sledgehammer. And honestly, his series on this is like half the reason I get excited that new tech and video game consoles and everything comes out, because it looks cool and then you just see the rage in the comments. And surprisingly enough, there's also spoiler awesome. Usually spoilers are the worst thing in the world, but Netflix was like, what if we made spoilers.netflix.com and you click a button and you get a spoiler to a random movie. It's like the cinephile version of Russian roulette. You may ruin a classic, amazing movie that you've never seen before. My 3 turns on this: I saw the ending to Twin Peaks, I saw the ending to The Usual Suspects, and I also saw the big reveal from Pretty Little Liars season 4. And it's oddly fun to do this with friends. I challenge everyone here to go 5 to 10 rounds. And then Nation, the last bit of awesome, of course, like every day, is our secret link of the day. Click it, of course, at your own risk. And if you're like, where do I click? Of course, in the links down below, whether it be for that or anything else I talked about in today's show. And then Nation, I would like to welcome Louisiana into the world of common sense and decency. And the reason for that is a judge in Louisiana has ruled that the state's ban on same-sex marriage is unconstitutional, in part because he says it violates equal protection rights. And all of this came about because there was a case where a woman wanted to adopt her same-sex partner's child, could not do it because of the state law. The, what is the opposite of a silver lining? Let's call it the remnants of the turd in the fishbowl? Is that the state's attorney general office said they will be appealing this decision. And I don't want to say it's because the attorney general of that state is a bigot or the people that support this move are bigots. So I guess the main point of the story is equal love and opportunity is spreading, but there are still people in the world that think this is 1914 and not 2014. And then Nation, I want to update the story from yesterday regarding Sam Pepper. If you didn't catch yesterday's show, YouTuber Sam Pepper came under fire from the internet. Reason being is he posted a prank video where the prank was that he would squeeze a girl's butt and then film the reaction. The interwebs in large did not like this. They started reporting him, which resulted in the banning of that video and then the suspension of his channel. Since then, he uploaded what he called part 2 of this prank, where a woman was pinching men's butts. This video was still not received well by the YouTube community. And then he posted what he called part 3, the reveal, where he said this was not really a prank, but more a social experiment. In the video, he claims that everything was scripted, everyone was in on the joke, and it wasn't just random people. He points out that when he does meet and greets, whether it be at VidCon or on his tour, girls grab him and then they just laugh like it's no big deal. And he said he did this for 2 reasons. The first being that he wanted to show off the hypocrisy of how everyone would go up in arms over women, but also too to see if the world would stand up for women. And from this video, the internet seemed pretty split on their reaction to Sam Pepper. Some people saying it was really smart, he was bringing light to it. The other side saying Sam Pepper is probably lying. He's just trying to save his ass. He set up these 2 pranks with really no moral message to put out, saying that if you look through his archive of video, this is not the first time he's done anything like this. Many people pointing out the prank where he lassoed women like they were animals as a way to hit on them. And Nation, it ultimately boils down to you. It is the court of public opinion. That is YouTube. I said it in yesterday's video. I talked about this not to try and crucify a YouTuber. The only way that he could really get away with this is if it was all pre-planned and everyone was in on it. And that's what he's saying today. So the question to you, Nation, is do you believe him? Do you think it was right? Do you think it was wrong? What do you think that VidCon and all these places that banned him are gonna do now? I'm very interested, so let me know. And to possibly win a $50 gift card to 4humanpeoples.com, tweet out this video with the hashtag DirtyD, and the PDS Prize Patrol will pick 1 lucky person. But with that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.